What is going on, you stark raving lunatics? It is time to look at the charts. We're going to do that at the end of this, but I wanted to tell you guys that it happened. We had a breakout. Now, the breakout is tough to sustain because this market is tough to sustain. It looks like Bitcoin's due for correction, so we'll probably have a little downward pressure over the next couple of days. However, I would posit and venture to say that overall, we're in a very, very good place. And I wouldn't be too concerned with some downward pressure and some consolidation. I'm going to show you why on the chart because that's what we're all here for. That's what we're wanting to see. Like what is going on with the charts, what's going on with the price action. And we've got some information on station. And let's kick that off first. So, first thing up, upgraded 2.3.0. Really, this basically introduces and incorporates a new DynCom module. And as simply as can be explained, it's a dynamic communication and manipulation module so that it's able to communicate between protocols. And that's it. That's all it does. So this upgrade is already approved. You can see right here, already passed the threshold. So that one is a done deal and ready to go. The past stuff over here, which was the disabling of the Tobin tax, or I'm sorry, the raising of the Tobin tax. I'm not a fan of this, but I understand the need and the reason, and somebody even would call it logic for that. But again, I do not like when you're tipping the scale in one direction or another. So I'm not a proponent, but I support that the community has decided that they want to control wallets in some small way. It is a small way, but it's still a control. And then you have a proposal up here, 873, which is rework the implementation of the burn tax to lower barriers. Guys, stop, quit crying. I mean, these are silly proposals right here. This is to continue to rework the burn, to continue to finding new ways to burn what cannot be burned until we get to USTC and Luna Classic. That is, to quote an old phrase, I don't want to call it low IQ because doesn't make sense. I don't want to talk about anybody like that, but it's not rocket science. This is somebody who's demanding to be stimulated by price action. This is what I would say is childish behavior. And guys, we should be better than that. We should be adults and not crying, well, I need more to burn. That's silly. It will burn. Binance is already doing billions of burns every month, and then you have the normal burns that are already happening, and then USTC and Luna Classic repegging. That's the burn. Stop. This is the type of stuff that makes us look as a chain bad. Okay, and I don't know any other way to say that. This is what makes us look bad because we're talking about, hey, come on, man. We just look. I know that there's an entire tree of peanuts, but that one leaf right there, that's got to come off, and we need to vote on that leaf right there. Come on, guys, it's silly. The burns will happen. They're going to be coming as part of USTC and Luna Classic repegging. So, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's move on. So this is something that somebody just popped up, and you got to remember this happened a while back. In retrospect, it was a dip. We'll refer back to this tweet when we are at all-time high again. Not a prediction. Didn't name the coin. Not financial advice. Now, what is this? This is from CZ Binance. This happened last year. This was several months after the collapse of Three Arrows Capital, and this is the time when we were talking about the collapse of Terra Luna, when it was all the rage. So this is one of those moments in time where we're going to recall this as a reminder to people. Right now, why are you putting out the reminder today? Well, you're doing it because you want people to look, because you want people to buy, because it makes you feel pretty or good, or whatever reason you need to be stimulated for on price action. That's why we're sharing it right now. So it's nice, but let's get there first, right? We're talking about a token that was $80. Come on, we'll get to a reasonable number, and the rebuild is underway. But time. Now let's look at the chart. So, guys, this is pretty simple here. I'm on a day chart, so you guys understand where I am on this. The 200 SMA, we crossed over the 200 SMA on that last pump. Here's where it becomes fascinating. Look at this. We've consolidated for 3 days above the 200 SMA. Do you know what that means? That means that we are in bullish territory. Now, what we're also seeing is we're seeing the 50-day SMA starting to move up here. So over the next couple of days, provided that we just stay where we are, right? Provided that we just continue this path, which is going to come up a little bit like that. We're going to have a crossover here in, I want to say within the next 2 weeks, we're going to have a nice crossover. And by the way, I may even not even, it might be more parabolic than what I'm talking about right here, but this is going to be a big time move. So at least that's the way that it's playing out, right? On the longer term time or in the shorter term time frames, look at what you've got right here. This is a beautiful consolidation. This is exactly what we're hoping for. This is exactly what we're looking for. We even got the bounce off of the support, right? Then we retested. Now we're above this 200 SMA, which we've been hugging for a long period of time. Now it's being forced and pushed upwards, and we're in a consolidation pattern. And look at this. It comes along very infrequently, but this is a beautiful consolidation. This looks to me like we've got upside momentum. This looks like we've got another leg up. And if you want to see it playing out real time, just go look at Bitcoin. It continues to do the same thing. It continues to mint these bullish patterns and these consolidations. And then after these consolidations, another big rip, and it just keeps going. Well, that's what you're looking at Luna Classic right now. Now, do I mean to say that Luna Classic is going to do what Bitcoin is doing? Well, not exactly, but it's good to see that the pattern is starting to play itself out. Now, if that pattern plays itself out and it does what it should be doing, and by the way, I don't have this 100% right, but pretty close. But if it does this, then you can expect to see some kind of move. Now, what kind of move would you expect to see? Well, you probably expect to see the same move that you just had up to the second line right here. So, if you get a breakout, then you're talking about, settling right around 1100, 1200 range. Now let's take that and let's zoom back out and let's see, does this match up with a line of support or resistance or anything along the way? Right? That's because that's what matters, right? And oh, look at this. This puts us exactly where we were supposed to be, in between where we were going to have trouble with consolidation with this right here, which we're right below it. See it? And then we've got this next move up here. And I can't believe I just did that. And then we've got the next move, which is right here at 12.1, right? Well, where are we consolidating? We're wicking up to 12.1, and then we're consolidating right underneath it. So, I mean, this is the exact pattern that's supposed to be playing out. We're seeing it play out real time. And for those of you that followed me for USTC way back in the day, remember, I told you this long time consolidation, this long term, we've been doing this since the beginning. And I told you at some point, we're going to break out above it, right? Hoping that it was going to happen a lot earlier. But guess what happened? We finally broke out above it. And not only did we break out above it, look at this. This is beautiful retesting of this support line, which had acted as resistance for all of this time. And now what are we seeing? This means that we've got a break towards the upside. So, 800 million USTC just got blacklisted. Again, I'm not a fan of that, but it was done and out of the quote unquote woodwork, I suppose. So we have 8.9 billion, I think, which means that we have a huge debt. But the problem with that debt is that, it's due. So we have to come up with a burn mechanism in which to make this all happen. So I hope that the teams are working on figuring out a burn mechanism to make this happen. But if we look at this, and again, I mean, all we're doing is just playing bar pattern, right? So we do that onto the second one, and we say that if this is the consolidation area where we go in here, looks like we're going up to 2 cents on US. Now, is that the number that we're looking for? Obviously not, but it is a number, and it is a better number than where we're sitting right now. What we're talking about right now is improvement and getting better. And you're going to hear a lot of people, you're going to hear a lot of Jeets, you're going to hear a lot of people say things like, well, we got to go, we got to listen to those people. Those guys, those are the people that are not going to make it. If they can't relax, chill out, and allow Luna Classic to grow and rebuild and create a sustainable ecosystem for itself, they weren't here for the win. They were here for the bag pump, and they got stuck. Those are the people that bought the top, and now they're ready to sell the bottom to get out whatever it is that they can get out. And guys, for nothing else, those are the laughing stocks of cryptocurrency, right? They all are. And we don't cater to those people. Do you know why? Because we're the Supermen. We're the ones that are going to make it. We're the ones that make this thing flow. We're the ones that we're the driving force behind example of Luna Classic, right? So remember, this is not financial advice. My name's Bleav. I'm always right. I'm telling you what I'm doing, telling you what I'm seeing, telling you what I'm thinking, and sharing it with you. And I hope that you appreciate that. And if you would, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, hit the dislike button if you don't like me, leave a comment down below telling me why I'm wrong, and then we can revisit that a little while later on, where you can be like, I don't even want to talk about this guy anymore. This guy's an asshole, because I'm going to be right. So Luna Classic is going to the moon. Luna Classic is going to have a big run, and I hope that you guys are part of it. We'll talk to you again very, very soon.